and welcome back to the show. So today we have turkey for you. Now we're going to show you how to bust this turkey down. We're going to show you how to smoke it, and we're going to show you something that you've probably never seen before with turkey. And with no further ado, let's get it on. All right, so this is a 13-pound bird. And the first thing we're going to do with this bird is start to break this down. Now, a lot of people, they love the breast. They always love the breast meat. Let's just put this over here. And they don't like the rest of the turkey, and you got turkey part fans out there. So the first thing we're gonna do is show you how to get the breast out of this by cutting like this. So both sides of the breast, you're gonna cut in. Right on the sides. Now, if you look at this turkey from the side here, it's almost like a mouth. And on the side of the mouth, you have these bones that just come straight down. So take a cleaver and just kind of cut your way right through as you're putting tension going back. Just like that. Now, as I'm putting the tension going back, I'm just kind of taking my cleaver and I'm coming down just like that. Being careful not to destroy your wings as you're going down either. So you gotta cleaver it this way, and you can kind of hold it up and get it in this way. Until you finally get through the bone. See that? Just like that. See it cracking? Now, you can put some force to it. You can do it a couple of ways. You can just bend it right back. What I usually do is hold it and just start to cut it. Just like that. Bring the feet around. And I'm just gonna cut it. And the piece that's giving me the hard time, that's holding on here, just gonna cut in very gently. Cut that breast out of there. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna put this out over here now. I'm just gonna show you this. So here's our breast. Now, what I normally do is I take my breast out, I separate them. So this way I never have to worry about my white meat being overdone. And I like my dark meat well done. And now, if I want, I'm gonna trim this up a bit, get that fat off of here. Now turkey's really lean, so it doesn't have too much fat, and that's it. So that's your turkey breast, and we'll show you what to do with this in just a little bit. So we're gonna put this off to the side, and you're gonna find this very interesting. We're gonna pull the rest of the carcass over here. Now, this is a turkey without the breast. A lot of people don't do this move right here. Now, when I cook my turkeys, I cook the whole piece, just like this. I set it up, and I cook the whole thing without the breast in it. Now, you can lay it flat, just like that. And you can cook it on its back. So if you grill this, you can cook it on its back like this. Now, we're smoking this turkey. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna break down the rest of this turkey. So let me get my cutting board. I'm gonna leave half of this on the board, half of it off. So here's a wing. So you just start by getting your wings right out of here. That's a wing. Now, turkey's not like chicken. You gotta give it a little force to get through this. So I'm gonna just follow the bone right here. Take my meat cleaver. Come down. Those are the wings. Now, you got your back that's in here. What I usually do is I don't let anything go to waste. I take my meat cleaver, I come down, and that's my back. I cut my back right out of there. Now, A lot of people don't eat the backs. My dogs love them, so I cook them up and I pretty much just save all the meat from here. And they're actually good eating because I like the bones. I like the backbones. All right, then we're stuck with this piece right here. You got the turkey tail here and you got the 2 legs, just like that. Now, you kind of want to cook this all together in one. And the nice part is you have all your dark meat here. It's connected by the back. That's here, but if you wanted the back out of here, you would just take your knife and cut this leg out. So today, we're not doing that. We're gonna cut this fat off of here, just like that. We're gonna clean this up, and we're gonna cook your turkey in just this piece, just like that. And by cooking it here like this, turkey seems to dry out. But by cooking this piece just like this, and leaving it whole, you're gonna have all of this backbone, all the juice from here, protecting it. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it inside a brine, and we're gonna just cook it whole, just like that. So, let me clean up here, and I'm gonna show you the next steps of how to brine this turkey and get it ready for the smoker. We'll see you right back here. All right, so now that we have our turkey already cut up, broken down, we're gonna show you how to get a quick brine going. Let's get it on. So here's our turkey. A pot or a bowl or whatever you have available. This right here is tea. This is called a black tea brine. So what I did was I boiled up a concentrate of black tea, just black tea, 1 cup of salt, and some rosemary. As this was hot, I put them in here, I let it cool down. I have 10 tea bags in here. Now, this is a recipe, and like all recipes, it doesn't have to be exact. So what we're gonna do is start putting our turkey, just like that, in this vessel. You put your legs in here. We're gonna brine this overnight. And why this is brining overnight, we're gonna season it the next day. So let's dump this in. Now, this is a concentrate. I'm not sure if it's gonna cover all the turkey, but I have some water on the side. All right, so we didn't, as you can see, we didn't quite make our mark. This is why we make a concentrate, because the concentrate can have water added to it. Like I said, it's 1 cup of salt and 10 tea bags, and just get the turkey covered in there. There we go. Now she's in there, she's covered. It's not gonna flip up on you, so you don't have to worry about that. And we're just gonna move the turkey around so we mix that concentrate around. Just give it a little turkey massage in there. There you go. So your turkey's going to the spa. There we go. Now you can see that color changing, it's getting darker because we're actually just moving the water around. And that's it. So we're gonna wrap this up in the fridge overnight it goes. And tomorrow we're gonna take it out, we're gonna pat dry it, and we're gonna show you how to get this ready for the smoker. Stick around and don't go anywhere. We'll be back. All right, so our turkey is out of its brine, and I have the brine sitting here to the side. So let's create the next step. What we're gonna do is, now that it's out of here, I patted it dry, injector. We're gonna use the same tea brine that we use, which is tea and salt. And I'm gonna soak up some of this brine, and I'm gonna come right into my turkey breast with that brine and pump up my turkey breast. It's gonna keep it nice and moist during the cooking. And we're gonna do the same thing with our leg quarters. Just come in from this direction of the leg and just start to fill it and pull back. This will keep your legs moist. some into this side. Go down in there, and as you're injecting, just pull back. That's it. And we're gonna do our thighs, which are connected to our legs. Here's our thighs. So we'll come in from this side and get that thigh and inject that. And let's flip it over and get the other thigh. Now, I'm not gonna do the wings because they're not gonna hold the fluid anyway. We're just gonna get our thighs in here, and our legs. All right, so that's that. Let me just dry my hands, and then we're gonna get our spices going. So, no more injections. Spray oil I have here. So we're gonna spray down with oil. Spray the whole thing. And in this bowl to my left over here, I have a dry rub mix, which consists of 16 mesh black pepper, salt, thyme, crushed oregano, and sage, powdered sage, which is crushed sage, ground down sage. Now, that's the ingredients that we would use back in the days. A lot of sage was being used, and it was used in indoor cooking. And this is my spices here. Those are our dry spices. This was used back in the day in indoor cooking. So if you could use it indoor, why can't you use it outdoors? And this is what a lot of barbecue guys don't do, is use seasonings that can go in an oven on your barbecue. Because if you have the same rubs all the time on your barbecue, you know, it's always gonna taste the same. It doesn't taste different. And you want your food to taste different from everybody else's. And you can also experiment. I'm just showing you how to cook it. Experiment on your own, come up with new things. This is just my experiments, and this is what I do. But none of the seasoning is gonna come out right if you don't cook it right. So you could be the best seasoner in the world and put the best rubs and spices that you love. And the bottom line is that the best spice or rub in the world is the one you like. So you can see I got all that nice spice going in. And it smells like a Thanksgiving turkey right now with this nice sage, thyme. And the bottom line is, if you don't put the love into your food, it's not gonna come out right anyway. So take your time, put some love into it, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends around you, and that is what makes awesome barbecue. All right, so that's done. Our turkey breast is nice and seasoned up. I'm gonna hit that backbone a little bit in there. We got that nice brine up under the skin with the tea. And the tea is a staple of the South. Sweet tea, we drink it every day. And in the South, you're not a true Southerner if you don't have sweet tea in your fridge. And this is a staple of the South, and that's how we do it. Barbecue, Southern style. Stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, this is my Spaceship Cooker. Come on in and we'll show you around. So this cooker is made out of a 1,000-gallon tank, the caps. So this is a 1,000-gallon propane tank, and the two caps, one side and one side. This is the one side and one side. So we just make basically like a sandwich. So this is equal to like, let's say 2 hamburger buns and split down the middle. It sits on its own chassis. Now it's got a piston that comes up that's operated by a battery, and that piston will come up and open this up. Now this cooker, she smokes hot and she smokes fast. There's no vents on the top. And there's just vents down at the bottom, and the cooker is not lined up directly on this side. So basically, the two end caps, they let air in because they're not closing 100%. So these two on this side, they don't line up. This is gonna let your air in. I got air coming in from the bottom. This is my ignition switch right here, which opens up my cooker. And this over here on this side is its battery connected right to the frame of this cooker. Now right now I have this charging. I haven't used this in about, I'd say a month. I use all my cookers, every single one of them. And I'm gonna season this one up, and this is what we're gonna put our bird on today. Tows very easily. I do have it hooked up to the back of my Polaris right now. And let's open it up and let's look inside. Fire. Now my battery was a little weak, so it's a little bit slower today. But as my battery starts to charge up, this is a lot faster. This is 50 inches of cooker from side to side. It's 50 inches round. So the Weber kettle, the biggest one they make, the Ranch, which is actually 37.5 inches, this makes that look like a joke. So from this side of the cooker, all the way to that side is 50 inches across. You can literally feed a small army on this cooker. All right, we're gonna get our wood set up here. We're gonna show you how she fires up. And I'm gonna show you my wood setup, how to get something like this, 100% custom made. There's no other cooker in the world like it. If there is, I haven't seen it yet. Maybe somebody will replicate it now, but this is the only one I've ever seen. And let's get our fire going, and let's get it on. See you right back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we're just gonna come take a look at my fire setup for this cooker. Now, if you saw my Weber video where I have the chickens on it, on the 37-inch Weber, I set this up pretty much the same way. I got my coal in the middle to bring the heat. I got my little box around the outside here. And then as this fire starts to get a little bit more crazy, I got a smaller piece of wood on that side. And then I'm just gonna push this over if I need more smoke. So that charcoal's gonna bring the heat, the wood's gonna bring the smoke, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. So with no further ado, let's get this lit, let's get it on. All right, our fire's lit. We're gonna let that go for a little bit. We're gonna get it stabilized, and on with the food we go. Stick around, don't go anywhere. So our fire is stabilized, and it's time to put on our bird. So let's get this open. And look at that. It's about 50% charged. And that's all we need right there, just a little open. I don't want my fire to get crazy. I can open it up wider, but why? And let's get our birds on. Gonna get my wings on. And then we're gonna get our turkey breast on. So here's our nice turkey breast. Just bring everything around the fire. my backs. And we have lots more room. And these are pieces for my dogs, my doggies. I have to put their little yum-yums in here. And these are a couple of hearts, some gizzards. All right, let's get this stabilized. Let's close her up. And let her cook. Here we go. Now the nice thing about this cooker is this is almost like a set it and forget it type of thing. And that's it. I'll come back, I'll check it. I don't baste this. I don't do anything. I don't turn it over. I just let her roll. And that's barbecue. Southern style. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we're about 30 minutes in right now. And I always like to film at night in the south because it gets a lot cooler with the sun not beaming down on me, especially if I'm outside with a mammoth like this. So we're about 30 minutes in right now. This is gonna roll for about 2.5 hours. That's about it. We're cooking at 300 degrees and that's gonna be our cook. So we might go a little bit into the 3-hour mark, but I highly doubt it with this cooker right now, and I'm leaving it closed. And later on, we're gonna get out of here in maybe another hour and give you a peek of what's going on inside. Stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, so we're about an hour and 5 minutes, 10 minutes in. Let's take a look at what we got going on. Say that's about it. And that's our turkey. She's cooking away. And she's looking good. Now that's my fire in the back. I don't want it to get too crazy. And when I move my fire, I have a little poker here and I could just kind of move my wood around. So I'm gonna move that wood in a little bit more closer and mess with my fire like that. Just like that. Just move that wood right into there. And readjust our fire. And there we go, right into the coals. And just get that wood all nice and nuts in there. Now let that fire pick up and we'll get her closed down. Now that turkey breast, we're gonna probe that just a little bit here, but basically it's just like putting the food around a campfire. Very simple, very easy. We're not burning anything up, and that's what you're looking for. Nice, slow, easy cook. And that fire is far from the food, so nothing's gonna happen. All right, so I'm gonna close this fire back up. I moved it around, I got a little crazy, and now we're gonna stabilize it again. And we're gonna shut it down. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back. All right, our cook is done, and now we're on the chopping block, so let's get it on. So the first thing we're gonna do is cut into our meats. So this was the thigh. I'm gonna show you how to get into this. We're gonna turn it over. And like I said, when it was in its raw stage, if you wanna come in here, just come in this way and just cut this right out. You you don't need much, just falls apart from the bone, just like that. Just take your knife and follow through. That's our thigh and our leg. So we're gonna come down this way, tap to the bone, and we're right through. Same thing, this side, just come through, tap through, and here is all beautiful meat from the backbone. Now, a lot of people, they sleep on this piece of meat. Look at that. Pull that back, pull all that meat right out of there, and it's gorgeous meat right against the bone. Now, I have to get a pit master's taste on that. How juicy that is. Got a smoke ring. Let's give that a shot. Excellent. Beautiful piece of meat. Now, when you're smoking turkey, it's nice and moist. This skin, it's crispy. It's dark, but it is crispy. Because we ran this at about 300 degrees. So let's put this off to the side. And I'm just gonna show you that drumstick and the thigh. Now, look at this thigh meat. It pulls right apart. I can pull this bone right out of here and basically just separate it and debone it just like this. Now, you ever see turkey come off the bone like that? Right down to the bone, click, cook straight through. And look at that, nice, juicy. Look at that, you can see all that juice in there. Nice juicy thigh. All right, let's show you our leg. Now, that's could pull right off the bone in here. And I'm gonna show you right down to the bone that that's cooked. You can see I can rip right through that, but I'm not eating a leg right now, so I won't pull through that. And again with this one, this is the other thigh and leg. You could leave it whole if you don't want it. Just follow the bone. And just look at that. It's actually falling apart already, so I'm just gonna tap through this. Just like that. And show you that. And look at that smoke ring on there. And listen to this. Nice and crispy. All right. And last but not least, actually no, we forgot our wings. I want to show you this wing. A lot of people will think this wing is just burned up. That's the smoke. And look at this. Just pulls right apart. And you can pull this right away from the bone. And look how cooked down to the bone that is. Now we're ready for the big show here. And let me just clean up this cutting board really quick. And we're going to show you the breast. Because you've seen stuff like this, and you won't see that anywhere else but barbecue, Southern style. All right, now let's get into our breast. Look at this. Now I pulled this, the breast alone. I like to cook it separate. This was pulled at 166 degrees. I let it rest, and here we go. So I'm gonna just slice it this way. I could go this way, I could go several ways with this. I can go right through the bone, separate it in half. But for right now, I'm gonna go like this. And just slice the piece off. Look at that. Is that beautiful? And like I said, I pulled this at 167 degrees. And that is a beautiful turkey right there. Now, on the breast meat, the skin pulls right away. So you could just pull out a piece of meat just like that. Let's just cut away. Just like that. And now you have the skin. It's almost like leather on this breast. Because it has so much moisture in it, it's pretty hard to keep the skin crispy. But my doggies will love this. Nothing goes to waste. All right, so let's cut into this and give that a Pitmaster try. That is excellent. All right, we're gonna get this plated up and we'll see you right back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, that was a beautiful cook. And if you like this video and many more to come, please hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you get those videos first. Thank you for joining us. And again, like always, gotta get that nice Pitmaster taste.